Hello, I'm Wendy Wilson, and I'd like to welcome you to a special edition of Realizing Potential. We are on location here at the Student Center, Albany State University East Campus, and I am simply over the moon. My guest for today has certainly impacted me over the years. I was a huge fan of a very highly acclaimed sitcom that she performed in, and it was actually transformational for a lot of individuals, particularly those who made the decision to attend a historically Black college or university. I could go on and on and on about her, but I would rather you see the amazing and gorgeous Miss Charnele Brown. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it is our pleasure. It is our pleasure. We had to extend an invitation to you for 1,001 reasons. We are just recently kicking off our presidential lecture series, and so you are our second guest, and we are so excited. We had a packed house. I am still, and I'm sure you're amazed at this too, and maybe not. You've probably come accustomed to it. That the number of young people that are huge fans of yours, and so that tells us that Different World still continues to live and impact lives.
It's amazing. I mean, I walk into the supermarket and you have these kids that are 20.
Yeah.
I can't believe your race.
I love it.
Even like 10, or it's freaky. It's really weird.
Yes.
But it's so wonderful that this is going on.
Absolutely.
And that God is keeping it on.
Indeed.
It's still on. We've never been off the air since we've been canceled.
Wow,
And
I didn't know that.
30 years ago.
Yeah. Well, we have a steady diet in my home. I have a 22-year-old and a 17-year-old. So my 22-year-old, she was like, "Mommy, give her a hug. Mommy, tell her." But yeah, because she grew up on that, and then was part of the reasons why she decided to attend Spelman. So it continues to reverberate, and that's a wonderful thing. Let's learn a little bit about you. You're from New York.
New York.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that. Okay.
East Hampton, Long Island.
Okay.
All the way to the end.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, you were sharing you had some unique experiences, very special, and everything was normal. And it was when you started traveling, or when outsiders came, that experience, a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But I want to hone in. Tell us a little bit about your college days. What college did you attend? We've already made you an honorary alum of Albany State University, so your Golden Ram. Yeah, we'll look for you at homecoming.
That's right.
But tell us a little bit about your college days, what that experience was like.
University is upstate SUNY school.
Okay.
And it wasn't a lot of African Americans or Black Americans, and the theater department was even worse because there wasn't a lot of us, and we had to struggle.
Okay.
And we had to struggle to be seen. It was a struggle to be heard, and being that we're theater majors, we have mouths, so we're gonna, our purpose once again is I'm in theater. I'm gonna be an actor, and so I'm gonna fight my way through.
Yes.
And so we talked to the heads, and they were like, well, the theater that we're doing is not warranted to African Americans. Mm-hmm. And I told them, why don't we do, mix it up a little bit and just be creative. No, we can't do that. And so what we did was we sat around and said, listen, we're going to create our own repertory company, and you are going to give us points for it, elective. Because we can't always do, background stuff, which was a great thing that we did that. Mm-hmm. But we wanted to be on stage, so we created our own.
Sure,
and that's what we did.
I love that. And we, I think that's just the tradition, particularly African Americans in this world.
Yes,
is that where there was a void, where there's an absence, then we step in and we have to create.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's outstanding. Yes. Great. So then you evolved. You left school, decided to pursue your passion, and you talked about that. Decide and listen and be obedient to the universe and to the Creator. And then go with that, and then we'll just kind of come to fruition.
Exactly.
So you also shared about one of the key episodes of A Different World. You talked about that, the whole Mammy episode,
Dearest,
right? And that has resonated in when I first saw it, it stuck with me, because that was normalized in my home. So we range of complexions throughout my family, but everybody was embraced that. And
exactly.
Yes, and so you were just beautiful. And so that is what, that was demonstrated, or that came through in your role as Kimberly Reese. You were just absolutely, as you are now, just breathtakingly stunning.
Thank you. Oh.
What episode, outside of the one that you shared earlier, has most impacted you?
This sounds really weird, but A Rock, a River, Lena Horne.
Yes.
When she came on, I don't know what happened to me, and usually I'm not starstruck. I mean, because we're all actors. She basically floated in.
Wow.
And she was so graceful and so humble and just beautiful. And with her accent, she was like, "Come on over here." She called me Bright Eyes.
Yeah.
And she sat down and told me about the business. Like, keep going.
Yes.
You're beautiful. Don't give up. And it was just, and it had nothing to do about the show. It was her.
Sure.
That impacted. And I've never taken any pictures with anybody else except for her.
Really?
It's on my wall.
Oh.
Something about that woman. I don't know what it was. Just grace.
Yes.
Such grace. And she wanted to be there, and she wanted to help us with what we were doing.
Sure.
So that was my favorite. That was my
wow,
favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Lena Horne, another actor that has impacted your life that is no longer with us. And why?
Man. Okay, no longer with us, because there's so many that are with us.
Sure.
All right, Lena Horne is one. I would say, Cicely Tyson is still going strong.
Yes.
So I can't even, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And something, I would say, there's so many. Even Esther Roll. Was absolutely fabulous, and what she did. I mean, I liked all of them.
Yes.
They all had an important part in our lives, and you take from different ones, and that's what we did.
Sure.
Yeah.
You shared with the students that you have a broad range, so you just did not relegate yourself, because oftentimes that can be done for you. So you stay empowered and you decide what you want to do.
Exactly.
So you ventured off, and so you're still in the acting realm.
There.
Yes, but you're producing, you're directing, you're writing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, actually, my first one that I wrote called Love and Fire, and it was about two churches that the two kids got married, or were getting married, and found out that the young lady was gay. That was really, we got a little heat for that, but at least it was done.
Yes.
And then I wrote No Soldier Left Behind, with dealing with soldiers. I always tell people, no matter how you feel about the soldiers fighting, they're over there for us.
Sure.
And right now, the way climate is, I'll take America right now. Right now, because this is, they're fighting to keep us safe, and we don't see it.
Yes.
And then when they come home, nobody cares about them. And they've, and they have PTSD, of all these things, killing kids, doing this, doing that, and we're going on with our lives.
We are.
And they're coming home like, "Where's my love?" And there's none.
Yes.
And so I thought to write a play about them, and how much we love them.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yes. And you've got a new project that you're working on, and then you teased us, and so now we're like, bring it to Albany.
I'm hoping that, it's called the Coffee Pot.
Okay.
And we're in negotiations right now, finalizing the financing. And so we were thinking about places to go. First, we were going to go to Canada, to save for the tax incentives. Then we thought Houston, and they don't have tax incentives. Then, God flies me here. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's Georgia. Georgia has great incentives. And it's not Atlanta. Because every movie right now is in Atlanta, and you can see it on stage, on the screen. That's Atlanta. That's Buckhead. That's Stone Mountain.
Right,
you can tell.
Very identifiable.
But here,
I know.
this is like any town USA.
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yes.
So I'm going to research it. Let me see what
We
I can
love
do.
it. Let us know what we can do to make that happen.
Yes.
Outstanding. So you're busy in terms of the acting world and following your passion.
Yes.
I've had this conversation probably within the last month and a half with people from all different walks of life, but particularly women, about how we don't take care of ourselves as we should. And part of that is stepping away, even though we love what we do.
Right.
Sometimes we don't.
Right.
But when we love what we do, it can still be very stressful.
Yes.
The importance of decompressing and taking time for yourself.
Right.
What does that look like for you?
I'm just, oddly enough, oh God, you're going to hate me for this, but when I work, that's when I relax.
That's your release? Okay.
That's when I do it. But I know that I have to take some time out for myself because I can't help people, because we're helpers.
Yes.
We like to help people. And if I'm not fit in mind, body, and soul, I can't help anybody.
Sure.
And that's what gets me to slow it down.
Yes.
And my body will tell me, okay, it's time. Like after this, I'm taking like a week.
Good for you.
I have my other teachers going to be teaching classes. I'm taking a week, and I'm just going to zone out.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
One of the things we impress upon our students here is to be well-rounded, to be have a holistic experience.
Yeah.
And with that is the importance of travel. You talked
Yes.
about spending some time in Africa. Tell
Yes.
us what country, what that experience
See,
was
I never
like.
went. because
Oh, you didn't
because I
go.
went to California.
That's right. Okay. But the
But I did
Serafina
go
was supposed to.
to go
Okay.
to Africa, but I did go to Brunei.
Oh,
I went to
tell us
Singapore.
what-
Yeah,
okay.
It was really interesting. One of the queens, I don't know, little girl, she watched a different world, and she requested me and Jasmine to come and sit with her. We were like, okay.
So an international impact. Yeah.
I mean, of all places, and she had like 2 castles that we went back and forth. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. I'm getting the look because I can keep talking and talking, but I need to wrap it up. But before, so here's how we're going to end this.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we of course acting, and you are phenomenal within your own right. But you have an opportunity to invite 3 other phenomenal actors to your home for dinner.
Yes.
Who would those individuals be, and what would you serve?
It would be Denzel Washington.
Yay!
Meryl Streep.
Oh yes.
And oh God, she's gonna kill me. And she's what is her name? And she was in How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, Viola Davis. Oh my gosh.
Those would be my 3.
I'm helping to serve dinner. If you're going to have them over for dinner, tell us quickly why those 3. Why were they selected?
They're phenomenal. I just love their acting. I think they're whatever they do, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would serve shrimp, a lobster, a nice little salad, vinaigrette salad. It's just nothing light because they don't eat, they don't eat a whole lot of food.
Gotcha.
But that's what I'll have. Lots
Gotcha.
of seafood.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I can set the table for you. I can help serve. All of those, they are absolutely amazing as you are. And so this is one of, I'm living out my many dreams to having this conversation with you. I started off at Southern University, which is a historically black college. I didn't finish there, but it certainly had an impact on me, as did A Different World. Yeah, and one of the nuggets, and you gave so many earlier shared, is that in that it was very intentional. Everybody in that sitcom was celebrated.
Yes.
You touched on our issues within the African American community as it relates to colorism.
Yes.
But that was not a factor.
Right. Exactly.
So that is one of the many reasons why it was celebrated and people endured and bathed in it, and we still do.
Well, thank you.
So thank you so much for your impact throughout history. Yeah, because you impacted his history.
That means a lot.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Really, thank you so
You're
much.
very
Thank
welcome.
you.
And a special thanks for joining us here at Albany State
I had so much
University.
fun.
Yeah, come back anytime
Thank
since
you.
you're now a Golden Ram.
Golden Ram, I love it.
Yeah.
And I have my theater. I'm
Yes,
initiated there.
yes. They adopted you as well. They adopted you as well.
Yes.
Continue to be amazing. Continue success in all your works.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Viewers, thank you so much for joining me for this edition of Realizing Potential. I'm Wendy Wilson, and I will see you next time.